Hey guys, what's going on? This is your old pal CHH, and today we're taking another journey on my absolute Friday the 13th physical media addiction. What can I say? I'm addicted. So what happened was I was on eBay a few weeks ago, and I was getting some releases, which I need to drop these other videos. If they haven't, I'm going to feel like such a dumbass. But you see these two, these I Love the 80s. I did videos on those, some other cool stuff. But long story short, I found this listing on eBay, and it was for like $24.99 and $4 shipping. And I was looking up the description, looking up pictures of it, but they were showing everything about it, and I was trying to Google it. I couldn't find it. Now, granted, I am not exactly Sherlock Holmes. I am a Louisiana born and bred dumbass. I know this. But I couldn't really find much about this thing online, so I just took a gamble. I bought it for $24.99 plus shipping. So it was right under 30 bucks. And I have it today, and I want to show it to you guys, and I want to look at this thing in detail because it's so quirky how this thing is missing a movie, but it has others, which is just so bizarre. So without further ado, we're going to get into this. And maybe part of this is not the way it came out. I don't know. This is why I do these videos. I ask more questions in my videos than give answers. That's the irony of this whole channel. It's like, hey guys, what is this? And then I have much smarter people in my comment section. But hey, I mean, what am I going to do? Try to just make it up and go along as I go? No, I want to ask questions. So in America, I assume this is somewhat of the American counterpart of this. This right here, as we all know, is the Crystal Lake to Manhattan set. Now, mine is in rugged shape. I got it at a used video game store in 2014. And I was so stoked when I saw it because, you know, this is like a classic set. Now, this one is all the way up to simply Part 8 with a bonus disc, if you can believe that. So there's the last DVD that came with this, Part 7 and Part 8. Now look at the art on the back. You get a great shot of Kane Hodder as Jason and Jason Takes Manhattan, the classic Jason Takes Manhattan. Pretty cool, right? Nothing wrong with that. So feast your eyes on this. It's called the Perfect Collection. It does have what looks to be like some sort of certificate of authenticity on here, and it's got some interesting looking art. What the hell? When I saw this online, I was like, what is that? Now, obviously, this is some sort of Asian release. It's Chinese from what I understand because we're going to look at a DVD. We're going to put in Part 1 and look at it. And guess what subtitles you can have when you turn it on? Exactly, Chinese. But it'd be so funny if somebody says, well, Christian, that's actually from, you know. But look at this. It's called the Perfect Collector. It's not even collection. You see that? It's called the Perfect Collector. What in tarnation? Like, I don't think this is any sort of bootleg. I feel like it feels very nice. Obviously, it's a little bit older, but it feels very nice in the hand. So, you know, what? It's got something in Chinese, I assume, plus DVD video. Now, I haven't tried to pop these into the CD players if maybe they play the soundtrack. But I'm gonna read this to you guys. I'll do a screen grab of this, and I'm gonna read this to you guys because this is all in English. So let's read you what the back of this thing says, and then we're gonna open this puppy up, which has a flap door. So here we go. Terror and suspense abound in this 24-hour nightmare of blood. Crystal Lake has been shuttered for over 20 years due to several vicious and unsolved murders. The camp's new owner and 7 young counselors are readying the property for reopening, despite warnings of a death curse by local residents. The curse proves true on Friday the 13th as one by one each of the counselors is stalked by a violent killer. This film is widely acclaimed for its horrifying and creative murder sequences. Just wait when you thought it was safe to go back to camp. Here's even more heart-pounding terror. At Camp Crystal Lake, all that remains is the legend of Jason Voorhees and his demented mother, who had murdered 7 camp counselors. At a nearby summer camp, the new counselors are unconcerned about the warnings to stay away from the infamous site. Carefree, the young people roam the area, not sensing the ominous lurking presence. One by one, they are attacked and brutally slaughtered. Suspense and screams abound in this compelling chiller. After a shocking return from beyond the grave, the diabolical Jason ships out abroad a teen-filled love boat bound for New York, which he has soon transforms to the ultimate voyage of the damned. Sorry guys, this text is small and hard to read. Then one of his terrified victims escape into the nightmarish maze of Manhattan's subway and sewers, only to confront Jason one final time. So, here's the interesting thing. This thing came out in 2002, what it says. And the date is 1980 and through 2002. And you'll notice this actually has the Warner logo, not just the Paramount logo. So right then and there, guys, this tells you that this is not a Paramount-only release. This is a New Line and Paramount release, which means that it may go past Jason Takes Manhattan. So let's give you guys a nice close-up look at this thing. Pretty cool, right? And if for some reason I haven't posted this video, hopefully I did, that is a spinner DVD rack that my buddy Zach gave me from the flea market because he's closing it. Not closing it, he sold it. And it's all filled with Friday the 13th releases, by the way. He finally let me have it. So anyway, all right, here we go, guys. The Perfect Collector. Peep the spine right there. And then there was the back, which we read. Let's open this puppy up. All right, so this is the strangest thing about this. When you open it up on the inside, you'll see a wall of the movies. Look at that. You've got parts 3, 2, Jason, A New Beginning, Takes Manhattan, and then you got Jason X and Freddy vs. Jason right there, which is so bizarre. Now, when I got this is where the mystery comes in, because I have no idea if this release came like this or not. When I got it, I had all of these in here. I'm assuming I can take these and make DVD cases for them. I'm not sure. And then after that, it was like your some of you youngins, your dad's DVD packages like we used to have when we were kids, where you would flip through them in the truck. And we'll look at that in a second. And as you can see, Freddy vs. Jason is on here, which is really interesting. But again, let me show you guys this. The inside has such cool art. You'll see, you know, some of the DVD covers right there. The back doesn't have anything. This thing is glued on. I actually had to fix it because it was coming off a little bit, so I super glued this back on. There was nothing under there. It was just cardboard. So here's these DVD slips. Now, I presume that I can take these and make DVD cases out of them. I can't. And again, here's the mystery, where I'm hoping some of the intelligent Friday the 13th audience out there, which is not me, can know if these actually came with this or not. It looks just like a regular DVD insert for part 3, and they were out of order when I got these. Here's Jason X. And this is clearly not the same as the New Line one, because the New Line one, I think I have it right here, is a Platinum Series DVD cover. So as you can see, this is different. Let me see if the backs are different. They are. The backs are different. Look at that. So, okay. Next up, we've got A New Beginning. Now, this looks identical to the American one. To a T, actually. And it still says Region 1 on the back, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but is Chinese, Japanese releases, aren't they still Region 1? Or am I wrong on that? I feel like they are. I feel like they are. I could be off on that. Again, this paper doesn't look cheap. It feels like the same kind of insert paper, but again, I don't know. Here's part 6, which is a little bit jaggedy to the way it was bent. And the language on the back of that is all in English. Part 7, again, looks just like the American one as far as I know. We can double check. Yeah, they look identical as far as the eye can see. And the paper looks identical too. Like, look, that looks exactly the same. This doesn't look like it was scanned, really. Maybe it is, but if it was, it's a really, really good scan. Again, there's just a little bit of mystery to this. Alright, guys, moving on. Jason Takes Manhattan. Again, pretty cool. I'll breeze through these, that way we're not here all day. Part 1 and Part 2. Again, all in English, so this may be something somebody just added, I'm not sure. And then Freddy vs. Jason in the final chapter. Now, this Freddy vs. Jason one does say New Line Platinum Series, and then the back is actually in Asian. Whatever language that's supposed to be. Maybe that's, you know, I don't know. But look at that picture of Freddy right there. The hell? Alright, so that's on the front of that, and then after that is all the jewel cases. Now, I have Part 1 in the player, and at the end of this, we're going to pop it in and look at one of them so we can see. But we'll carry on. I did test this. It plays just fine. Part 2. I don't know what the hell we're dealing with here, guys. I really hope I can get some answers. It's weird, like when I would try to Google this, just I couldn't find anything. Part 3. And this thing's kind of old, so I'm trying to be delicate with it. Final chapter. And they're not DVD-Rs, as you can see. I'm sure that's going to be something a lot of people are wondering. Yeah, as far as I can tell, they're not DVD-Rs. Now, the thing that's interesting about this is I'm not seeing... Well, there's kind of some spaces left in this, so maybe they had CDs that came with this, but I'm not sure. Again, I am just not sure. I'll show you guys this one. It's not a DVD-R, right? It's a pressed disc. Next up is 6. And they play fine in my player, which is, you know, a whole nother thing. 7. No scratches on them or nothing. It's like they've just been sitting there for so long, they're hard to slide in and out. Jason Takes Manhattan. And they all got the foreign font at the top. And then, interestingly enough, like we talked about, these actually come with Jason X DVD. Here you go, last one. Freddy vs. Jason. So, I don't know. I mean, the box itself definitely feels like super nice and legitimate. You know what I'm saying? So, I think there's something there with this. The only question is, like, what the hell are all these for? Like, this might have been a fan thing, if I had to guess. Like, it was just added with this to make cases in case you wanted to. But I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm at a, not necessarily a loss, but, you know, this is just something. I took a gamble on it and just got it for basically $30. The perfect collection. I'm assuming this is a Chinese release. Let's go look at the Part 1 DVD. We're going to put that in and just test it. Which I already know it works, but let's go. Guys, so this is Part 1 on DVD. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, that's cool. And it played in my American player for what it's worth. It did not look like it was a DVD-R either. Movie looks alright. There's Chinese subtitles on this, which means that maybe this is a Chinese release. Okay, so it's Chinese. Alright, no special features. Wow, very interesting. Alright guys, there you have it. Any information on the perfect collection for Friday the 13th would be appreciated. It is an awesome piece to add to my Friday the 13th collection. But let me know what you guys think about that. Thank you guys for watching, and any information would be greatly appreciated. It's just, I couldn't find much. Thank you guys, and take care. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.